Hi and welcome to another episode of PA Voter Information Network. This is Larry DeMarco, your host. This is part 3 of a 3-part series. If you didn't see part 1 and 2, why not go watch them now? In part 1, John Randolph, the legislative coordinator of March on Harrisburg, discusses its formation and its peaceful efforts to take government away from politicians and give it back to the people. In part 2, he specifically discusses past marches and an arrest at Representative Metcalf's office and Turzai's home. In this episode, he will discuss his experience as a member of the Turzai Six and its aftermath. This is to have an independent commission for redistricting.
Take the power of redistricting out of the hands of the legislators because they use it as a weapon against their rank and file members. It's corruption. And that makes sure that the voices of their constituents are not heard.
Continue then.
We were doing it the right way, Larry.
Okay.
We went, we met, we lobbied, we tried. And Speaker Turzai did not agree to meet with us, so we felt it important enough to knock on his door and ask for him to read the letter and to call back the legislature, and it ended up in arrests.
Let's make this point. You have the House in the power of the Republicans. You are asking for a bipartisan bill to take the redistricting power out of the power of the legislature, and you're asking Republicans to give you their ear, and the Democrats aren't on board.
The Democrats were not on board, let's say. Okay. My executive director, Michael Pollack, often quotes that about the legislature, many are guilty, but all are responsible. And so we expect them all to be advocates. There were 100, I think the last count was 110 co-sponsors. That's a wide majority of the House, and unacceptable that they didn't push to have that.
But there's no white hats here. You went to lobby both leaders, and both leaders you met resistance.
I would say that's correct, Larry. I had some wonderful women who went with me to Speaker Turzai's house. Some of them were from the UUs in the Pittsburgh area, UUs. We simply waited for Speaker Turzai to speak to us. And he refused. The police came. They asked us to leave. We said we were going to wait. We were arrested. We feel that we need to force this encounter with our legislators when they refuse to hear us. And so we were arrested. We were put in front of a magistrate, and finally we had our hearing. We really did not receive the amount of attention during the action and arrest that we think we should have. It was funny, it happened during the sentencing, our penalty, because some press showed up at our sentencing. And so they did stories, enraged, I guess, Speaker Turzai, who is now coming out in the media saying that we were uncivil. I think we were very civil. I do not believe my action or the actions of the women that I was arrested with were anything but civil. And it's just become a thing in the media in the Pittsburgh area. The vice chair of the Republican Party in Allegheny County has come out and said that we're politically naive. I do not believe that we are politically naive.
Well, let's talk about exactly what he said. What he said was, you want the power to be given to political appointees with no accountability, whereas the way the legislators want it, they have accountability every 2 years. So at least they're accountable to voters. How do you respond?
Gerrymandering is a system to corrupt the system so that they don't have to be beholden to their voters. That's the whole point. They draw the line so that their party will always win. And it's both parties. the lines are drawn to favor a Democrat or Republican every time. So if they're not listening to their voters, Larry, who are they listening to? The people giving them money. It's corruption, pure and simple. And that's what we went there to address. This weapon needs to be taken out of the hands of legislators and put into the hands of the people. It's simple, and it's working in other states, and it can work in Pennsylvania, and we will not stop until we make it happen.
So, John, what's next for March on Harrisburg?
We are going to push for the gift ban, HB 39 and SB 132 in the Senate, a gift ban for legislators. We've been promised by Senator Fulmer that he'll bring up Senate hearings in September, October, and we'll see if we can hold him to his word. But in the future, March on Harrisburg will be a force across the state, bringing pro-democracy, anti-corruption legislation to Harrisburg and to the people of Pennsylvania. We're growing our membership. We're trying to create groups across the state to self-organize and to work in their own communities so that our group will move on into the next session and into the future of Pennsylvania, bringing these bills to fruition.
John, it sounds like as long as we have a lobbyist system the way it is, where money can control our elected officials, there will always be a job for you.
Always. There's lots of work to do, Larry, and we plan to do that work into the future.
So, for our viewers who are watching this and want to get involved, what can they do?
You can learn more about us at our website, which you've been kind enough to link at the bottom of this video. You can find our Facebook on your website and just get involved in any way. You can come lobby with us, march with us, donate to us, share our memes on Facebook. Just please listen, because we are trying to build our membership so that we can become more strong in the state of Pennsylvania.
I apologize if it doesn't link, viewers, but at least you can cut and paste or just type it into your browser.
Thank you, Larry.
And so just for the regular viewer who doesn't necessarily have the time to join, but what is your call to action and how can they participate from home, from their county, or neighborhood?
So you could call Senator Fulmer, the head of the State Government Committee, and ask him to have hearings on SB 132, that is the gift ban for legislators, introduced by Senator Eichelberger.
Very good. John, we'll leave it there, and I want to thank you for being a guest on PA Voter Information Network.
Thank you so much, Larry. Appreciate it.
We have been here with John Randolph, and I am your host, Larry DeMarco. If you like this video, please forward this link to all the people on your contact list and Facebook friends. Don't forget to click the like button and leave a comment below. Love to hear your feedback. We're signing off. Tune in next time. Bye for now. This has been part 3 of a 3-part series. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to PA Voter Information Network, where you will see more great episodes like this one.